ever hear feet go sweet, sweet, sweet on Piccolo? No, wait a minute, the Lord, for we heard his God, silent order them all. Did you ever hear feet go sweet, sweet, sweet on Piccolo? No, wait a minute, the three chorus melody sweet all the time that couldn't be beat. Why did you hit a high note?
Oh, and there it is. That's the bars. I'm practicing my bars, and let's get rid of that and all kinds of other stuff. Hold on a second. I didn't. I want to show you behind the scenes. This is how it looks behind the scenes of my show, but let's do something really important. And in order for me to do that important thing, I need to put my glasses on because I can't see a darn thing without that stuff happening here. Hold on a second here. I'm going to go in here to my window and my camera. And here we go, everybody. It's going to look really wonderful and magical in just a moment. And actually, let alone my other thing is missing. So today we're going brick wall. I love it. I'm in a brick wall in Chicago, Illinois, 60616. So there it is. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. And I'm Will Roberts, the Honest Huckster. Today, I thought I'd jump on the live stream and do some fun stuff. But let me tell you something really cool. I'm going to bring my guest in right away. First of all, he's not really my guest. He's my friend. After 3 or 4 times on the air with me, it's like coming over for dinner. Don't ask me if you can have some potato chips. Just go get them and then replenish them when you come next time. Luckily, Chris Heron, or I'm just going to refer to him as Faust, is going to come on. Let me show you who he is. He is a pretty awesome guy. Let me show you what it looks like. He is right here. Chris Heron, Faust, you are here. What's up, brother?
Hey, thank you, Will, once again for having me. I'm always here. This is what it looks backstage for me.
Why you got to rub it in? Just because I have a facade. Hey, Chris, I wanted to tell you something really kind of fun right now. By the way, if you're watching me on Instagram, you should go to my profile link and click it, and you'll see the live Facebook feed. But here we go, Chris. We are also on the Zucchini's Tricks and Things Facebook Live. We are also on YouTube Live. We are also on LinkedIn. We are also on let me look live. Actually, here it is. We're on Periscope, my Twitter live, 85,000 people, my Twitch account live, on both the Facebooks, on YouTube, all at the same time. And as I'm on, we have a little chat window here that you can see all these people saying wonderful things about someone, not me. But
Well, I
I just,
can't see,
I know you
you
can't,
know.
and I like to keep you in the dark, so we're good. Um, but isn't that cool? We're on like four or five
This
different places at once.
That's pretty cool. I mean, you definitely upgraded your streaming capabilities, Will. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah. Why don't you tell them about the last 15 minutes back before we started?
Well, isn't that our ritual? Is to go through some kind of technical problem
Yeah,
before we go on live.
we're kind
And
of
I'm
yeah, we're the Laurel and Hardy of streaming.
right. I'm surprised we even got on, but we're here. And that's the most important part. And it works.
And it
It
works.
works.
I hear you.
Right.
You sound crystal clear. You are in our studios in Northern California, Oaktown, and I am in Southern California, Compton. Anyway, don't want to do that too much. Hey, I spent a few days on the road. I was trying to see you, but unfortunately, you were busy doing family affairs, which I understand. It's a holiday season. And are you
Yes,
having a good season?
I am actually.
Yeah.
And December's here. Oh, speaking of which, Will, can I, do a little plug in here if that's okay?
You
It's
bet. You
from
know what? The airtime is yours, so fill it with anything airy.
it's for a good friend of mine, and she was actually supposed to be part of Zoomfield Follies. And Meadow Perry, a bubble magician
Yes,
artist, is holding a show this Friday, December 4th. I mean, she's probably one of the most unique acts out
yeah,
there. I mean, completely different.
yeah.
So if you guys aren't doing anything, please look up Meadow Perry. I just posted about her today, and she's holding an extremely unique show this Friday. Thanks.
Absolutely. And hey, by the way, Steve Spade, why are you up? Ireland's Houdini. I'm going to have you on the show next, there, buddy. And I'm glad you're hanging out with us. You can see he says right here, hi, guys. Um, You know, Chris, I'm sorry. I have this thought, and of course, I feel more comfortable sometimes calling you Faust. So maybe one day well, who knows? We'll merge those two.
Yes,
You
well,
never
thank
know.
you. I'm a bit conflicted with the two at the time.
It's okay. But
But
listen, why I wanted to have you on is because we're specifically today we're talking about something that we've created that our team, you, me, and Jonathan Molo have created something called the Zoomfield virtual field trip. And we actually have one of the field trips. We're loading the kids up in the Zoom bus in February, and in Pennsylvania there's a school of about 200 or 300 kids, and they're going to load in the Zoom bus and get out and get on their Zooms, and we're going to do a little show for them. And in the midst of the show, we're going to also we'll do magic that later on when we finish the show, we will give them a tour of the backstage magic, and we're going to teach them how to do the magic as well. Isn't that exciting?
it is very exciting. It's also different for me. I mean, I started off doing kids' magic, and I'm sure a lot of magicians out there have done
Yeah,
children's magic at least in the beginning and probably continue today. I mean,
yeah,
it's very
I do.
gratifying.
Why not?
Yes, why not? And I just love the idea. I mean, I know Jonathan has a lot of experience in that as well, and he's bringing his experience. You're bringing yours, and I'm just bringing my mask. So
There you
I'm good with.
go. No, you're bringing years of magic as well. Wait a second, people are saying things. Bob, how are you? Will Faust, a wonderful performance. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it. Bob has been a friend on my social media for the longest time. He's an awesome guy.
Oh yes,
I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I want people to understand, if you're a teacher out there or you're a nonprofit and you're thinking, well, wow, this would be fun. We've done this type of scenario as well, for the Hemophiliac Society in New York, Antonio out there. So the thing is that if you have a school or a nonprofit and you're thinking, what can we do during this pandemic time? This is why we have created the Zoomfield Follies, the Zoomfield virtual field trip, and coming soon to a Amazon delivery near you is the Zoomfield monthly magic bag, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
is a bag full of magic that you'll get, and you won't know each month what you're getting. But the cool thing is that Chris and I and Jonathan and maybe guest magicians. I know Mike Powers told me he would come on. He's a very well-known close-up magician. He's going to come on, and as a surprise each month, we're going to try to get a really well-known magician other than us. And they're going to come on, and not only would you get these tricks in the bag, the magic bag, brought to you
Yeah.
by Zucchini's Tricks and Things on Edgewater's Cannery Row, or Cannery Row in Monterey, but we're going to do a Zoom at the end of the month with the people who are part of the Magic Bag Kit. And
Yeah.
they're going to be able to watch us do the tricks on Zoom, or in this case, our channel and channels, and be able to kind of learn how to do it firsthand with the magicians.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what, Will? I was really thinking about this. It kind of connects you with the audience too, and not just us performing, on the other side. And I think there's a bit of that Zoom fatigue, recently with just shows, which
Yeah,
is to be
yeah,
expected. But I think I've seen this before. In fact, I think the Factory of Magic, my agency in
in the
the United,
UK.
they do the same thing but with beers. So,
With what?
beers, but not with kids, but
Oh,
they like a beer tasting thing.
oh, okay. That's kind of
Do a
cool.
beer Right. You do a beer tasting and then you enjoy a show. I think it's brilliant. And there's a lot of that stuff going on. And with the
Terrific.
kids, the magic bag, and having it as a surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
it really brings everyone together in this platform.
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely trying to do things to keep people busy, and but I don't, this is not going to go away, because the thing is, hold on a second, Steve Spade. Yes, man, that's for sure pretty late here. Oh yeah, virtual shows and radio interviews. There you go, keep them busy. That was worth repeating. Um, anyway, bottom line is, it,
Bothering them. It's
he,
okay.
no, it's all right. I want you. Once you phone in, Steve. I'm sure your wife would love that, especially because I know you're expecting. But here's the thing: is that there are many other benefits to doing what we're doing with the virtual field trip. One of them is that people don't really get that there is, you're learning dexterity when you do coins, or you're doing cards, and you're learning things. And look, I was a big, huge, and we talked about this, Chris. I was a big gamer, dude. And I was,
Yeah.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, but and then I could have taken the wrong path, but then I got into magic. I feel like I'm gonna say I got into the Lord, which is a wonderful thing. But the point is that I got into magic because when I was 17, hold on, I dropped the card there. It's too far away. When I got into magic, I was a hardcore skater. I was half pipe emptying out, pools and doing that. It's not exactly, the best thing for a kid in the teens to be able to do, meaning it's easy to go off in another direction. But then I got into magic, and you know what? I've always been good with my hands anyway. But the fact is that, um, the skills, the dexterity, the getting in front of people. Not that I have a problem with that, but it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think overall it's just fun for kids to learn. I mean, what kid isn't intrigued with, a little bit of tricks or magic in general? And you know what? You never know what it might trigger in the future.
You're
I,
right.
I mean, No, I learned magic as a young kid, but I never really had the aspiration to perform until later on. But I always enjoyed just watching
Yeah.
magic. So if anything, I think the kids will get a kick out of it, you
Well,
know.
when I was at Zucchini's Tricks and Things this weekend, I wound up taking and filming a lot of stuff because we have tutorials on the basics of magic.com. If you go to the basics of magic, and you can buy kits and magic for Christmas if you want, but we have a section where if you buy a trick that at the store, he gives you a little card with a number code, and when you go to the website basics of magic, you can watch one of us do the tutorial, which is awesome. But I
Yes.
was there at the shop, and there was a mom and two kids, and they came in, and the mom said, "Oh, we're back again." And apparently, these two kids come back in with their mom literally every week, and
Yeah.
they come in and do stuff. And Brian, the owner of Zucchini's Tricks and Things, was doing the haunted pack, which he is a master at the haunted pack. You know, the deck moves, it's just so awesome. And
Yeah.
you'd think the kid just saw someone walk on water. It was so amazing that I just could not believe it. Thomas, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you saying hello. Um, but the magic that, and I mean, I'm not even kidding. The kid was like, "Did you see that?" No one's in the store but him and his friend. And he's
Right.
just freaking out, going, "Hey, look at that." And he's
Yeah.
probably seen the trick 10 times.
But you know what? He'll remember it for the rest of his life,
He
you
will.
know,
Yeah.
whether he continues with it or not. It'll always be a moment like that because there was so much emotion placed behind that, and you could see it in the reaction. And to me, that's truly what magic is.
Yeah.
You that I mean, that is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, we always hear that term. It's not just about tricks, but when you experience something like that, and you'll experience it in life in general, where you put emotion behind, an experience, and you always remember that.
Right.
I know I did.
Yeah.
So there you
Well,
go.
the benefit of our the benefit of what we're doing and the experience we bring to the virtual field trip, Zoom virtual field trip, is that you are a performer, a well-rounded performer that has, you're doing with Faust, you're doing pantomime, you're doing things that are very thought out and disciplined. I, on the other hand, have no discipline. Kidding. Uh, on the other hand, have musical theater, film, TV. I used to work for Fox Kids on air for about 7 years, so I was in the Monterey Peninsula and San Jose area, and it's something that you just one day wake up and go, "Gee, I guess I'm a children's or a family entertainer." But I've
Right.
always personally made a very clear statement that when I got into Fox Kids and I was hired, the demographic was 0 to 6, and I
Yeah.
said, "We're going to change that." And they went, "The Kids Club has been around for 15 years. Will, you're good." And I'm like, "Okay." Well, within a year, it was 0 to 13. And the reason why is because, and this is a big thing that you should understand, folks, if you're a school teacher or something, that what we try to do is that we don't do this to your kids. "You're really amazing. You're awesome. We do this. "You're really amazing. You're awesome." Because the minute you talk down to a kid and pretend that the kid is just a little kid, you lose them. But the minute
Yeah.
you speak on their level and you talk to them and don't go, and don't treat them, in any other way than respectful. And that's hard, really, a hard statement for me to make because there are, I'm sure, with every good intention, performers are doing and teachers do what they can, but it takes really knowing kids and knowing and giving them the benefit of the doubt, because a lot of them nowadays are like amazing with a lot of dexterity and controls and gamers and so on. And my kids, 6 and 10, they're like that. So
Yeah.
our program is based upon development. I know Jonathan as well has
Yeah.
works with an organization as well that does that. So when we bring that experience, we have at least 75 years total combined of our experiences as performers and men that have families and so on and so on. So that's just something I wanted to point out, that it's not just a show. You're not coming to us for us to babysit you, and
Right.
we are there to give you something and walk away with something that hopefully will change your life and be able to make you mystical and magical all in the same place.
Right. I think that, I mean, that's a perfect description, Will. I mean, for people out there, I mean, we're really here to inspire,
Yeah,
the next generation, if that, and and overall just to have fun and learn a new trait or a skill if they wish to continue it. I mean,
hmm,
what people should understand is that to us this is an art form, and maybe not for some. Other magicians might rebuke me on that statement, but for me,
hmm,
I know the difference between a hobby and really taking it to a trade or an art. And I think as teachers, me, you, and Jonathan understand that we identify that there are stages in the journey of magic, and this might be their first time
right.
you know seeing it. And if we can just inspire or even inform and make aware.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I agree. And um, so with that being said, if you go to zoomfieldfollies.com, the second tab in, I think it is the virtual field trip. And we also spend a lot of time. I've always been someone that is a naturally customize. So when someone says, I want you to do this and that, it's not it's not even a second thought for me and you to go, oh yeah, for instance, we are working with some folks over in the Philippines doing a very large show. And thank you very much, Jonathan Molo, for that connection and getting started with that, because it is something that we customize. So if someone says, look, we want you to do this or do that, or our corporation is doing a big conference Zoom, because again, I don't mean to be, a negative Nelly, but I don't think we're going anywhere soon. And I personally am not going to run out and do gigs, even though I know there are people out there doing shows. I don't want to do it with a mask, and I want to just kind of wait. So it gives us the time to perfect this thing that we're doing right now, because even before COVID, we spend a lot of time on our phones and a lot of time on our computers. So we're just doing the best we can to bring a particular style, I may add. Chris and I, or Faust and I, are doing, as you can see, this is 1800s, early 1900s, pocket watches, and you're in my parlor, and you're in Chris's parlor, or Faust's parlor, and we're really kind of very clear about that. We're trying to bring a feeling and experience to what we do, which also lends itself to, number one, the types of shows we do, and the field trip, in the sense that we're trying to bring back the that sort of like gentlemanly type of approach, where people would sit and go, "Oh, it's very good. Oh, you're very." Anyway, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation last night, about actually, learning a little bit of the era that we perform in, or at least our characters perform in, and that's the 19th century. And there's history in that. I mean,
Yeah,
there's history in magic in general. I mean, it goes back, through human antiquity.
absolutely.
But I think for us, we practice a certain period of magic, or at least I try to.
Yeah.
And you know, if someone would be interested in that, you could clearly get a bit of history out of it, and it might be interesting.
Yeah.
I find it interesting.
No, it is interesting because, I've always been someone, although I will be the first to tell you that I was not that good of a student. I am, by no stretch of the imagination, I wouldn't say that I was stupid. uh, I like to consider myself somewhat brilliant, because I've taken my own resources that I've created, and I'm a self-made man. But the bottom line is that a lot of the reasons why I have learned what I have learned is being a professional magician. because when I get into this and I do this, I don't even think of it anymore as like I'm doing a character. I am the honest huckster. And, when I do it, I watched last night on the way home because, I came from Central California, and I was talking to you for quite some time. Um, I watched when we got done or listened to P.T. Barnum, which was, Hugh Jackman did the Greatest Showman and all that fun stuff, and I just watched that, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, uh, that it's a time period back then, the Great Depression, the all the things happening to the people that they needed to have something to grasp onto because World War II, because the war, and people had to band together to do that. uh, a bit sad that now we are in the same sort of situation, and unfortunately what's happened is a lot of this, but I think it'll come back. And so if we can be in charge, Chris, you, me, and all the other performers around the country and the world, to bringing people to a time where they can sit and watch what we do and lose themselves and walk away and go, yeah, that was fun, I really like that, and oh, look, by the way, we spent time with our family. I'm okay with that.
Right. I'm okay with that too. I mean, initially when all this came down, I mean, it was difficult. I wasn't necessarily open to doing Zoom
Oh,
initially. Jonathan Molo was the one who got me into it.
oh,
That's
there you go.
and I was doing live shows. I was driving 5, 6 hours away to do a small club, and I
Wow.
was yeah, you know, um, and that was my life. I'm all about live. I still am. However, the world has changed, and for me, I just need to adjust to it because inside I need to perform. And it allowed us, me, you, and a lot of other performers to connect with people we otherwise wouldn't have connected with.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, and that's what I enjoy.
yeah.
We
I,
have
I, I
friends.
agree with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have friends from the Nugent Follies now who are in Philadelphia, and we perform with them. Scott Bluegrind. I mean, these
Yeah,
are people all over the world,
yeah,
and we otherwise wouldn't have performed with them if we're still
yeah,
doing our regular thing. So I'm grateful that I've
yeah.
met all these
Yeah,
people.
no, I am too. And, I think that this does actually put us in a position to have to use more than 10% of our brain.
Yes.
We aren't just going, hey, by the way, we're just doing a show. I mean, look at what's going into this, all the graphics, setting up videos, making sure the backdrop is ironed. Anyway, um, all that stuff. And the reason that that's so important is that I believe in well-rounded performers. I don't believe that. I mean, when I was younger, in my teens and early 20s, when I did, like, I don't know, 150 shows in probably 10 years back to back, I was younger, and I got a reputation of people saying, the directors would go, well, Will's really good. He won't have his lines down. He'll give you your cue, but he's really good, and he'll be in his dressing room. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit, except for my friends in Monterey probably know that's true. But when I got a little older, I realized that the people that are behind the scenes making and firing off the cannons and pulling in the set pieces, if they don't do that, then you don't have something to perform at. And so
Yeah.
having the selflessness of making sure that you're not selfish and you are setting up all these things gives you a better perspective of all the things that the people, when you're doing a live show, have put in place.
Right. I agree, especially on this platform. As you know, there are a lot of technical things that you are dealing with. I mean, at least in live,
That's
you could
true.
you could just go in a corner and actually start performing. Which brings to mind,
How'd you know? How did you
right,
know? Hey, wait, wait. Hey, if you're on Instagram, go into click my profile link. You'll see the live show on Facebook, YouTube, two Facebooks, Zucchini's Tricks and Things, LinkedIn, all these other places, Periscope, my Twitter. So check it out, okay?
and Will, I have to address that there are a lot of people out. I mean, let's be honest, there are a lot of people who are against this
Yes.
platform.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you this right now. There are two people that have really impressed me. You're one of them because I'm not technical savvy on, this whole tech stuff. But you're used to doing live. You traveled all over the world doing live. There are a couple of Magic Castle magicians that have really, really impressed me. And I would encourage, if you are still hesitant to perform on this platform, go check out Raven, Richard Lake Raven, who does a magic show and utilizes green screen and has quite the production. And I was simply inspired by the capability of what a Zoom show can be.
Yeah.
And also Felix Jones,
Yeah.
someone I'm going to be performing with on the 13th of this month. And he too has embraced this platform, and they can show more than what I can show in a live background setting here.
Right.
But it opens up this imagination, and I bring that up because I know there are people out there who are still hesitant to embrace this.
I have to tell you that when I was at the magic shop, I was talking to Brian and one of his employee, Miguel, who's I forgot his last name, but he is a magician and he's been doing it for a bunch of years. But he goes, I said, how's it going? He said, I'm doing well. I usually take November off. He's only like 22 or something. And he said, but I got a bunch of shows in November. I'm like, oh, cool. Are they Zoom? He goes, oh no, I don't do Zoom. What do you mean don't do Zoom? I don't do Zoom. I'm like, okay. Well, that would be one of the first people I mean, I've actually talked to people saying that. I'm putting my mic fuzzy back on. But
Yeah.
but the bottom line is that there are a lot of people that are like, nah, you're right. There, because when you think about it, Chris, this is not just, I mean, look at you. Your set is worthy of doing. When we do our field trip, we do a little tour of Chris's studio. I could show you mine, but you'd be in my bedroom, and that would be weird. But the fact of the matter is that you put so much into that, and it's funny because, and I said this to you yesterday on the phone, is that I was inspired by you to do. Not to do Zoom because I've always been, here's my phone. It's right on Instagram right now, live. Go on my Facebook, right? Bye. Anyway, but the bottom line is that you inspired me because when I first saw your performance, I'm like, damn, that dude's got himself a studio. That's pretty dope. He's got a studio. Look at him, boy. He's got a fireplace in his performance area. He's got a real parlor. I'm over here. Don't touch my curtains; they'll get dirty. But
Well, it definitely was a dream to have this, and this didn't come suddenly, I mean, it's something that I put a lot of effort into. And, this is a real place. Before Zoom, I was doing live shows, and, in this parlor. And you can imagine that before COVID, I had about 30 or 40 packed in this place. I had
oh, you really
hypnotism.
did
Yes,
in your
absolutely.
house?
In my
That's right.
house.
You told me that. That is so. My wife won't let me put a loaf of bread in an area, let alone me having even this. She's like, make sure you clean it all up. She's a wonderful woman. Don't get me wrong, but the idea that you have that space right there, I am so jealous of you.
But and then when COVID happened, I mean, what do I do? I'm not gonna have anyone in here, But this is a very real place. I mean, I could show you of all the different things
I
that
mean, you
people
have a
have,
lot.
I enjoy sharing this stuff with people, and hopefully one day I can have people actually come here to see a live
Yeah.
performance. Oh,
Did
and
you have to give your wife like a really open-ended gold credit card, or something? Hey, honey, I'm gonna put up a studio. Oh, did I tell you we got a new gold card?
yeah, she's been very supportive. You
That's
know,
a
we
that's an
we've dated.
understatement. I think my
Well,
phone
of
just
course,
rang.
this is not just a hobby, as you can see. This is an obsession.
Yeah.
You know, but but just like anything else, she loves magic just as much as
Oh,
as
that's good. Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't perform it,
right?
but
But she loves it.
on our off time, we used to go watch Magic in Las Vegas, and that's where I was introduced to Jeff
That's
McBride
right,
at
Jeff McBride. Yeah. Is it Jeffrey McBride or is it Jeff McBride?
Jeff.
Okay.
It's
I don't know why I thought it was Jeffrey. Here we go. Watch. Here we go.
there you go.
Here, I'm going to show you something. Hold on.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah, show me something. We're dying for a trick or two.
I'm leaving you on. I was leaving you on live broadcast to do your monologue.
Oh yeah, I got plenty.
I want to see if this is what I think it is, but
Do a package or something.
yeah.
A post.
Here we go. Start my Amazon pack unboxing video for you.
Yes.
Don't use your teeth, kids. Ready?
Oh, nice. It's real unboxed. Oh, wow. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I appreciate that, Will. When are you going to send that over?
And I'm going to tell you something. This is really good. Like, this is a real litho. $15.
Wow.
And I have a frame, and I want to put it, that area over here, but because I'm trying to be like Chris, I'm trying to be like Faust. That's your next shirt, be like Faust.
Yeah.
But isn't that awesome?
It is. Actually, I got a couple of, I don't have that one, but I have the Thurston Indian rope trick one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I have that and Carter the Great. I mean, they're all beautiful, beautiful photos.
That's nice. Oh, and by the way, it says, thank you, Chris. Did you send this to me? 1914. It's a 12 by 36. Very exciting. I mean, I love this.
You need to get it framed.
Well, I have a frame that I think will work just fine, and I'm going to put it up in my studio, my parlor studio that I have like Chris Heron.
Hold on, I got to on my fire. I got to fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have tomorrow. Or Wednesday, or what is it? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yeah, I'm going to have a fire going off in my back. That'll be fun.
Oh man!
All right. Hey, Chris, thanks for hanging out with me. I think at this point, people are saying, I think they're just talking to each other. That's it. But hey, folks, go to Zoomfield Follies. We're trying to do lots of fun stuff.com. Trying to do fun stuff, the virtual field trip, education. We can, if you're interested in learning how to do magic, we have actually have the website virtualpartyentertainer.com or virtual magic. I have too many URLs. This is what happens when you're in COVID and you create. I have like 5 new websites and all these URLs and only a few new friends, and Chris Heron is one of them. Faust. I really appreciate talking to you, and I look forward to some of the really amazing stuff that you are going to be doing soon, because I know that you have a big announcement coming soon. How's that for throwing you into the fire?
Wow.
Yeah, that means you have to do it. So I am chewing gum. I kind of a habit, but in any case, thank you for hanging out with me.
Got it, Will. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me tonight.
It is, yeah. Thank you. And so get out of here, and I'm going to try to clean up this room and take everything down, unlike your studio.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Good night, everyone.
See you, brother. Chris Heron. All right. So that is my show today. I just wanted to kind of there it is again. I got to remember to do this and set these things, or otherwise you see behind the scenes like this. And unfortunately, there it is. Let's see if I have my backdrop. I don't. I have bricks. I can do whatever I want, and actually I could do that weird scene like I'm at IKEA. Let's just see what else I have. That's the same thing. Let's go in a tunnel. Wow, look at that. Yeah, that's weird. Or I could just simply go back to my brick wall. And it looks like I have a picture over here. What is that? Oh, there I am. Why am I in little Pete? I'm a little thing over here in the corner too. Anyway, folks, I really hope you enjoyed the show. And I'm going to go like this and go back to that. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and we will see you soon. Make sure you check out all my Instagram, which is actor Will Roberts. Thanks, Bob. And actor Will Roberts on Instagram, and I have Zoomfield Follies on Instagram, and all kinds of other fun stuff. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do a trick really quickly, since I am here and you are there. Hold a second, Bob. Don't leave me. I'm just going to set the cards up here and get rid of the jokers, and we're going to try to do a trick. The only thing I can say that's difficult about this is that I can't have anybody say stop, but maybe Bob, are you still there, Bob? I can do this with you if you're still there. If anybody is out there in the audience, I want you to let me know via chat or something, because I want to try to do something with you, but you have to let me know you're there. I'm missing an ace. I'm looking for an ace. If you're out there, let me know. I'm going to show you a really cool trick. And if you're not, if no one answers, I'm just purely going to play with these cards here. Actually, I can't do it because I don't have all three. I'm missing an ace. I think I threw one at some point, but wait, let's see. Bingo, there it is. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to do a trick here that involves the most popular cards in the deck, and that would be the four aces. Four aces are the absolute most popular cards in the deck, and out of those, they're good. Okay, here we go, Bob. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take these four cards. It doesn't really matter what the order is, but here's what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to take these and I'm going to place them two separate. Let's do this. I have two black. I'm trying to get this right. Here we go. Two black, two red, just like this. I'm going to take those four. Watch, I'm going to put them together. So we have every other one is a red card, a black card, a red card, and a black card. Every other one is alternating. Here's what we're going to do. Bob, what's going to happen is I put them in any order that you want, and it doesn't matter anyway, but watch carefully, okay? I have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the last one is the ace of spades. I'm going to place all four of these down here. Trying to figure out where I could put them. Here, let me put them here, and I'm going to place them right in front so we can see them somehow. Here we go. I can't figure out how to do this, guys, because there they are. They're right there. Here, maybe I'll put them here. Can't. This is so difficult to do on Zoom when you hadn't planned it, and I didn't plan to do this. Here we go. What you have to do, Bob, is you're going to say stop, and you're going to try to match one of the cards in my mouth. Watch. See, I want you to match this one, okay? You have to match the spade, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take that card, you're going to say stop. First row. Type in stop. And if I don't see it soon, I'll do it myself. You know what? I'm just going to stop it myself. Watch carefully. I'm going to take this card you stopped on, put it here. I'm going to take this card, and we're going to see if it matches. Is it going to be a heart? It's not. Or a spade. It is a club. We're going to take this card, place it too late, Bob. We're going to take this card, which is the ace, right here, put this king and three aces in my mouth. I'm going to bury this in the deck. Just like that, which leaves us with four cards here, and of course, the one card down there, the ace. Watch carefully as these cards become all kings, and inside the middle of this deck right here, we have four face-down cards. Hopefully we can find them. Much better trick if I had a camera facing down, but those are the four aces, and that is how we started the trick. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed yourself. That was kind of a weird trick because it's hard when you can't see the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll be back again probably tomorrow or the next day with a new guest, whether they're magic, variety, who knows what. But see you next time. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. Talk to you soon.